The Halloween copy pasta. OP. Has anyone ever been down the old back roads of T55 on the township of Homer, Saskatoon? I believe the roads are 115 Ave to 123 Ave and 234th Street to 256th Street. Cannot find the roads on Google Maps. Can anyone confirm this for me, please? Response. I'd never heard of that township before. I live around 84 Ave and 278th Street. I've lived here my whole life, and I think I know of the old roads you're talking about, but I don't think they're drivable anymore. At least for the last 30 years. Well, I have this really strange story about that place from last week. I'm a delivery driver, and I was delivering a pizza to an address. I don't want to dox the person. It was late at night, and the road I turned off on T55. I can't remember the name, and I can't seem to find it backtracking my steps, even with GPS. I delivered the pizza to an elderly man who was wearing what you might call a vampire costume, like a 1980s style. He even did the classic, "I want to suck your blood" line. His house was all set up with Halloween decorations and appeared to have clumsily put up, some half falling off the trees they were strung to. It looked a bit ominous with it being in the middle of the night. The man was very polite and gave me a decent tip. On the drive back to my work, I wound up back at this dude's house. I checked my GPS and all the roads were unregistered. I thought it was odd because that's how I had gotten there in the first place. For some reason now my GPS and phone just didn't seem to work, as if it had hit a dead zone. I continued down the road once more, this time paying more attention. I immediately noticed the song on the radio. Since my phone was not working, I had no music playing. This fog then began to roll in, consuming everything from sight. I again wound up at the old man's house. This time he was standing in the driveway with a pillowcase. It appeared to be full of something. I waved out at him and turned back as quick as I could. There was something very odd about that picture. My heart began to race and strange thoughts began to go through my head. I shook my head and looked at my phone again. It still did not work. I was starting to get shaken up, so I once again, this time even slower, took to the road. I once more heard the song on the radio, and it stole my attention. At that point, I was starting to get more worried about my work and less worried about the old man. As soon as the song was over, I noticed that I was already driving up the old man's driveway. I was freaking the fuck out by now, so I turned off my car and tried to get my phone to work. It had no service, but I thought to myself, they should check my dash cam app and see if I can see where I keep going wrong on these roads. It has to be a trick with the fog and a circular road or something. So I looked back at my dash cam footage and there seemed nothing out of the ordinary. I then sat back, took a few breaths, and walked out of the car at the old man's house and knocked on his door. He opened the door, his face a large smile with old wrinkles. He rasped a smothered, "Are you okay there, son?" "I am just having troubles finding my way off the side road back to the highway." "I don't know what to tell you about a highway. There isn't one all the way out here in these parts. If you follow the road off the driveway and go about 3 miles, there's an almost hidden turnoff coming from this side. Perhaps that's where you went wrong." "Okay, I'll keep an eye out for it. This fog doesn't make that easy." I kind of chuckled as I walked away. How dumb had I been, and freaked out by this weird old man, taking control of me, and a simple solution lay before me. I managed to get back to work, and the strangest part about it was, according to the clock, I'd only been gone about 25 minutes. Not the over an hour I had been there for. I still have the dash cam footage, and I showed people that the time doesn't add up. People called me obsessive, and I decided to drop it IRL and post it here to see if anyone else has any ideas. Thank you for listening to my story. Hope something can come from this. If you want to look at the footage and even come out after work and show the ticket times and compare it to my dash cam timer, which freezes at 11:59 p.m. for about 40 minutes. Weirdest thing I've ever seen.